What causes a droopy tip in the nose and what can be done to fix it? A droopy nasal tip is a common complaint amongst rhinoplasty patients. The droopiness in the nasal tip is due to position of the lower nasal cartilages. They're also known as the lower lateral cartilages or the alar cartilages. They're a pair of boomerang-shaped cartilages that start in the lower nose, in the outer edges, coming forward to a point in the nasal tip, and then bending down and coming across the middle part of the nose, known as the columella. If there's poor support in the columella, that's one reason the nasal tip can appear droopy. If the lateral crura are wide and large, they can move the nasal tip forward and down. If there is poor ligament attachment between the lower lateral cartilages and the nasal septum, the tip can become droopy, especially in older patients. Treatment of a droopy nasal tip really depends on the extent and the location of the problem. Oftentimes, when the problem is not severe, we can use a technique known as cephalic trimming to create more space in the upper part of the nose, allowing that complex to move and rotate upward. Occasionally, we use a support cartilage in the columella known as a columellar strut. That helps to push the columella up. Think of it as a tent pole holding the tent up. When the problem of the droopy tip is more severe, then additional techniques need to be utilized. Occasionally, we can suture the columella, middle part of the nose, up to the septum to help elevate the whole complex. Sometimes we need to create what's called the septum extension graft. That's extension of the septum forward so that these lower lateral cartilages could be hung off of it in a position that's desirable. Once you talk to your rhinoplasty surgeon, he or she can go over details of what's appropriate in your particular case. I think in every rhinoplasty, a graded approach should be considered. What we want to do is to use the least extensive, least invasive procedure to give every patient the best result that they could achieve. If you're interested in learning more about rhinoplasty for a droopy tip, please visit our website, where you can also review many of our patients who've undergone this treatment.